Sick to my stomach by the vending machines. They talk to me, I miss it back home where I could really be free. Not free to be something I could let go if that's what you wanted. But I know you really wanna talk. Polaroid pictures.
That rock's so true.
Like a movie scene. I see these photos in all of my bad dreams. They make me sick to my stomach by the vending machines. They talk to me, I miss it back home where I could really be free. Not free to be something. Fall, turn the lights up. Crawl, set my mind up. I know it's getting hard for you, my dear. Oh, so pack your life up. Run away with someone I don't know that I trust. It's easier to burn love than fear. Oh, killing, hiding, but the hard part is deciding. Drowning, smiling. And I feel sick to my stomach by the vending machines. They talk to me, I miss it back home where I could really be free. Not free to be something. My stomach by the vending machines. They talk to me, I miss it back home where I could really be free. Not free to be something. Free to be something.
I'm having to weird lean over. It's so awful. There we go. We got it. Moved it to the left because that's not where the tripod's in the way. Hello, chatters. Okay, this section here is off screen. There we go. Perfect. How are you, lads? How are you? Welcome to the diamond painting stream. It's been quite a while. I don't really recall when we last did it. I can check probably. Let me see if I can reach this. Yes, I can. Okay, I can still do it. Let's go. Let me have a little gander. Oh my gosh! Only some little amount of streams I've been on in a row. Kek W 155. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The last diamond painting stream was in June. Whoops. It's been like 2 months. RIP. But we are back. We are back on the diamond painting grind. I mean, to be fair, there was also a lot of really hot days where I wouldn't have wanted to do an IRL stream. Also, wait, I can see if I can show you this, chatters. I have a very cool shirt. Look at this. Boom, I'm showing you my forearm here. But look at this. Ta-da! It has sunflowers on it and also some daisies. It's a very nice shirt. It's very breezy, which has been lovely this winter. I didn't expect it to be like one of my favorite shirts, to be honest, because this material, I was kind of like a bit worried about it, but I love it, honestly. Again, because of the breezes. I thought we could do the cat today, guys. So let's get into it. I hope everyone's been well and you've recovered from the 12-hour stream. I recovered pretty easily. I thought it was more of a like a challenge compared to it thundered here earlier. RIP. It was definitely more of a challenge compared to the 6-hour stream, like, but did it well. I stayed up like a little bit longer after the stream, but I went to bed at like 5 AM from my time, and I just slept easily until like a little bit after noon, and then I was just chilling. And that's why we did a like an early start, so I would have that privilege. Try to find the where is it? Our friend, the percentage sign. But yeah, we stomached it well. And then yesterday I have done pretty much exclusively uni work, because I had this whole freak out kind of about how my progress on reading, like I talked a bit about during that stream, where I was like, oh, my progress on reading, both for my thesis and also just in general, has been really slow this month. I had only finished like 2 books, and they're both like only like under 200 pages. So I was a bit like, RIP to me. Oh wait, I'm actually gonna get... Oh shit, I pulled out the fucking cable again. It's a bit annoying because of the table, because I don't want to have the cable in your view, so I have it under the table, meaning it's a bit prone to being ripped out. I do need some new headphones, or at least revamp my current headphones, because the cushions are not doing well. I'm gonna replace this section if I can, like to have it here a little bit, just so when I'm working here, I'm not touching that yet. So I was like, you know what, my ass is gonna lock in on this Sunday, the one day where I don't have any social engagements, I don't have any streams, I'm not leaving the house, I'm just vibing. So I locked in basically, and I spent, I think, 5-6 hours just working, but I finished A Queer History of America. I was about 52% through the book prior to yesterday, but I locked the fuck in and read the entire rest of the book. It was an awful book, I stand by this. It was very good at giving me the historical context I needed on LGBT people in America, mostly LGBT people in America, for it covers a time span of about 500 years, so it's quite extensive in giving me that early background. But the writing is very, like, my main reason why I ended up giving it 1 star. I would have given it 2 normally if my other complaints were the only ones, which are that the pacing is very rushed. It spends 1 chapter only on the time period from post-Stonewall, and it ends in 1990. People arrive, people said, "Hi Fire, welcome in to the diamond painting stream, I hope you're doing well." I also put out a Twitch story today, because I was like, you know what, I have something IRL to show. And I'm yapping about my day yesterday, which included finally finishing A Queer History of America, which was my current read for my thesis. But like the pacing's so bad, like why would you have a book? It's 300 pages, right? About 250 pages of actual like historical content without index and sources and shit. And then only have about 30 pages on the time period from like 1970 to 1990. I know it's only 20 years comparatively to like 500 years in the grand scheme of that book, but in terms of relevant facts and relevant data, there's a lot of shit that happens in that 20-year period, and it's just like not covered well. It's like too rushed. Then the pacing is also just a lot of like, it's not great narratively. It's listing a lot of historical events that happen. King, you want to know something in music? I do want to know something in music, go on. Do a yap, if you will. I've read that book for class. Oh my god, holy shit. What were your thoughts on it? Because I really didn't like it. And I want to know before I continue yapping what your opinions were. If you want to share, if you don't want to, you don't have to. It has its purpose. Like some of the books that I read for university, it's very much like I didn't enjoy my time with this, but I took some value out of it, which is the case for this book. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna rate it highly, you know what I mean? Know your takes on SF, thank you. Because like, it's a lot of like, this happened, and then this happened, and then these people formed this society, and then this, and it's like, listing facts, which yes, it is a history book, but the best history books are stories. Because that's how humans conceptualize history, in a very like vivid way. It makes it come alive, it makes you care about it. Specific stories are really interesting, but it's mossing so much. I agree. And that alone, I would have given the book like 2 stars, been like, this is not covering this topic in a way that I think missing. Oh yeah. I was like, mossing, is that like some slang? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I would have been just like, yeah, you know, this is not written in the best way. This is very much, it's if you will, which for a history book might sound like a weird complaint, but it's very much telling, not showing history. But calling a book a queer history of America, and then in your preface, on the first page of the book, coming in with excluding binary language. I know the book's from 2011, but this is not an excuse in this topic. I don't care. Like, to from page 1, not only exclude a lot of people who are under the queer umbrella, then just actively, I've talked about it at length before, but the reason this book got a 1 star from me is because he should have written an LGBT history of America and left it at that. That's crazy Reddit. I had to read it for my intro college class. Nice. Hi Wisp. Yeah, no, I picked it because I was like, oh, this is going to be like a good foundational text about queer history in America, which I will need for my thesis. But then I was like, what the fuck? Because I wanted something big and broad, because I'm still going to read more specifically about trans issues, more specifically location-wise. 3 consecutive streams, let's go! I'm cool, I guess you are, Lubbers. The goat. Yeah, so I was like, you know, I want a big, my first class today was at 9 a.m. Oof, that's rough o'clock. Yeah, so I was like, I want a big, broad book, but if you're writing a book, and I've looked at the guy now that I've read this book, I've looked at his publication history, and every single other book he's ever written was about gay history, or gays and lesbians. Like, he has a very, long publishing, what's the word? It's not discography, bibliography, there we go. Going back to the 80s. But he very clearly comes from a background of gay and lesbian studies, right? Not queer studies, not trans studies. And I have no idea why he was like, yeah, for this book, I am gonna write it this way, because he is, it ranges from blatantly ignorant to disrespectful to actively transphobic, misgendering people in this book. And again, a lot of men and women, he or she language. I'm like, dude, this is just maybe me, but in my mind, you cannot talk about trans people without also talking about non-binary people and gender non-conforming people. You cannot do this, girl. And there's zero history. In terms of, there's 3 mentions of intersections of gay and lesbian sexuality, rights, and or conflicts and gender. But in terms of anything, there's no mentions of any kind of trans organizations except STAR, which STAR is the most basic shit. That's saying ACT UP, brother. Okay, sorry, I'm very niche here, but yeah, no, I thought it was honestly at that point a disservice. And I get he's very clearly on the camp in terms of queer history of, because these some of these people in the past didn't use the terminology of trans identity, doesn't means they were not under the trans umbrella, means we have to refer to their birth sex as their real identity. And it's that's fucked up, man. You don't, he in the same book is very clearly talking about people who had same gender romantic or sexual relationships, or even just relationships that were unclear what nature they were, and counts them under the umbrella of the queer historical canon. But he doesn't do that same service to trans people, and it fucking sucks. So yeah, I did not like this book. Part of the indigenous people with a dual gender is amazing, and how they might have sparked the hate for later dual souled people from settlers. That part, yeah, he has some elements that, I'm not saying everything he said on the topic is bad, but it's so little in terms of how much focus is spent on binary cis lesbians and gays. And a lot of it is him talking about people who were in the Civil War, where yes, there were people who did cross-dress for other reasons, but there were also people who used that opportunity to live in the role that they preferred and continued to live in that role until they died. These people, you cannot disservice them from the position of being under the trans umbrella. You just cannot. without actively being a shithead, in my opinion. But whatever. I rant. I just think it's a shame because it is a common theme in. Like, it used to be obviously what like sexuality studies, queer studies, trans studies. This is like many fields, and there's been many evolutions in their focal points. And one of the big sort of discourse elements is very much the whole: who do we count when we talk about queer history? Who do we like? What is our like legacy here? What is our approach? And because it's not like other kinds of history, you have at some point like it's like a moral discussion, not even moral, it's like an ethical discussion really. It's a discussion about terminology, it's a discussion about the changing view. I sent you a link about Discord, the thing I did with 2 other people. Oh, thank you very much, I'll look at it later. I'm very hyped. Because it's a question of how do we engage with people in the past whose conception of their identity was so different because the time in which they lived in, identity was viewed very differently. It was way more collective. It was way less individualized, right? But yeah, so I gave that a 1 star. Would have given it 2 if it wasn't for how much of a train wreck anything about trans people is in that book. I don't know, man. But then the crazy thing is, right? I was like, okay, I have read 2 books and 1 pamphlet for just general queer history. I have a lot of other sections I need to get to. So I decided to move on to queer studies, specifically about New York, because you guys know my primary source is set in New York. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus on New York. And I am now reading a book called A Queer New York, which is about like queer spaces in New York City. And the shift was crazy, okay? Going from A Queer History of America, written by this like older cis gay, to now I'm reading this, a Queer New York, right? It's written by a person called Jack King, I think. And they are a trans person who uses he, they pronouns, and in the span of their research that they're writing about, have come out as trans, were previously a butch lesbian, and still identify with those labels. And they have like the entire preface for that book. It's like a 20-page preface. They talk about all these decisions that they're making in terms of how they're telling these people's histories and how like changing terminologies, and they like in the preface of it are like, oh, I honor the land that was taken from indigenous people without permission that I wrote this book in. And I was like, the shift was crazy. Like the level of just care and approach and like was so wild. I was like, yeah, I guess this is what happens if you read a book about queer history that isn't done by like the most basic category. Also, that book, to be fair, to give credit where credit is due, A Queer New York was published in 2020, whereas A Queer History of America is from 2011, which really just amplifies how much that field has expanded in the last 15, 20 years. So it's good to have like newer media as well from it because so many things have shifted. But yeah, I'm already way more intrigued by this book, by A Queer New York, than I was trudging for 32 days, by the way, it took me through A Queer History of America. But yeah, so I did do basically only that, except I also read a bit more of A Lady for a Duke, which I'm a little like now we got to the point where the Duke has found out that Viola used to be his old friend who he thought died, and they have this conflict point now, and I'm glad it's finally getting out there because I'm like, man, I'm almost 200 pages into this book. I want it to pick up, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I did a lot of reading yesterday. The only other thing I really did is I watched My Little Pony Equestria Girls with Toby and Isaac and a few other people from Toby's friend group, and it was an experience. As someone who's never watched any MLP media whatsoever, it was an experience. It was not too bad of a time, I have to say. Like, obviously I didn't know lots of the lore, so I had a few things that just kind of went over my head and I had to ask everyone else in the group. And of course, it's a kid's movie, like, it isn't the most deep story or anything, and I personally, right, don't come for me MLP enjoyers, but I personally don't think it's the height of MLP media, or even the, like not the height of regular media or MLP media, I should say. Because it's a very, like, basic plot, that I've seen done many times, so it didn't really, like, surprise me, honestly. It was not too bad, I gave it, like, a 5. Like, it was not a bad movie, it was not a great movie, it was just a fun little thing to watch with friends, so, because everyone was like, yeah, we're watching this, I was like, you know what, I don't mind this. But then I was like, the crazy contrast that the last 2 movies I've seen are My Little Pony Equestria Girls and Bottoms. Truly, a crazy mix, I thought. So, the OG show is the best MLP in my opinion, which is the 80s show I watched when I was a kid. Kicked everything. That's fair enough. I do know a lot about MLP for someone who's never watched it, including the style transitions, and the 80s pony style was just so cute, okay? Like, the new one is iconic, and it's fun to draw. I've personally, like, drawn in that style before. But, aesthetically, the 80s is very pretty. I have similar opinions, by the way, in terms of the 80s show being the goated one for Alvin and the Chipmunks, where the 80s 90s show is so good, and the movies that they made for at the time, like television movies, were so iconic. Then also not too bad, the 3D like live action-esque ones from the 2000s. The new animated show, Demon Spawn, because they look too human, the chipmunks. They look like little humans, and it's freaky as shit. Like, the only thing, obviously, that's not as great about the old 80s chipmunks is that they're a little bit outdated, especially how they treat the girl characters in that. But otherwise, I still stand by the fact that the one where they go on a hot air balloon chase around the world is like an iconic ass movie, and it's super fun. So I stand by that. I have to say, oh wait, you're a bit crooked. There you go. Obviously, we are also very biased to media that's from our childhood, like... Okay, I think I've done... Okay, now I need to get rid of that section. Because there's only like a few little bits and bobs at the top of this ear. Wait, I cannot hear the music anymore. Wow, who could have guessed? I mean, it is true, like... I think it's completely fine to be... I'm scared. Hi, welcome in, Alex. How are you? And some diamond painting. We're yapping about media. Scared? Why are you scared? It's just a little cat being cute. It's in a cookie jar. Pixel art IRL kind of is. It kind of is. Feels weird. It's a fun hobby. I stab at this. Like, it has very calming properties. What is the worst media from your childhood? I don't know, man. Like, okay, it depends what you mean by childhood. Because if you think about, like, infant age. Now hydrate. Thank you. It depends on the age that we're thinking. Also, it's like, just sometimes something wasn't for me. Okay, one thing that I think is very common in media that I didn't even like as a kid. People clap meow bands, yo. No, I mean you were a kid to the time before you turned 18. Okay, fair enough. I guess it's a lot of like media that I didn't like is media that treats, just because you're a child, treats you like you have to have everything like spoon fed to you. Okay, a great example is I didn't like the Mr. Peabody and Sherman movie. The newer one, because it's such a cool concept of them time traveling. I love time travel media, but everything is so like to the camera, explained, spoon fed to you, and I really hated it. So, and it was a big disappointment exactly because I had such like excitement for a time travel kids movie. We just have a fun time, guys. Have a fun time. We're doing the cat, by the way, so we're locking in on the cat. Okay, that until here. Okay, perfect. Okay, what is other? I don't know. I'm much more like in my mind. Media that I liked as a kid stands out way more. It's I can check because I did anything that I remembered. I did track in my. Oh, right. Okay, there was like a very weird trend in German, like kids series, like book series or movie series or anything. Mostly movie series where they would have it's a kids group, like friend group, and they're vibing and it's like great. And then suddenly in the sequels they decide, you know what, this like realism that we've been going for and like this could be your friend group, hypothetically, that vicarious escapism. You know, we're just gonna add supernatural things, like completely unrealistic plot developments. Great examples. The Crocodiles, which is like a modern adaptation of the very famous book by Eric Kästner. I think it was Eric Kästner. No, it was not Eric Kästner. Stretch that. What was his name? Something Grünbaum or something. Anyway, it's a very popular, like, older German book about this little like friend group and them basically learning not to be ableist. Thumbs up. No, it is actually quite a sweet book and relatively holds up-ish. But then they just like in the 2010s they decided to make a new movie adaptation of it, and it was a banger movie. It's just about this like kid who wants to be accepted to this cool group of friends, and then there's been some break-ins around town, and they like this one other kid who's in a wheelchair sees who is the culprit, but he's kind of like an outsider, and over the course of the movie they learn to sort of they all kind of form this one big group together and try to solve this case. Like obviously it's a little bit like, oh, there's crime, but they're still kids. They're still very much in the agency range of what a child would be reasonably able to do. Fast forward to the third movie is them breaking into prison to break out one of the kids' older brothers because the kid needs a new kidney. And they unironically have a prison break movies, and the protagonist is like 15 years old, and they take it 100% seriously. I'm like, what the hell? And even crazier, the Wild Bunch, I think is what they translated in English, which was a football team children's book series. And for the movie adaptations for that, they start with the first two movies being pretty realistic. It's just a group of kids who are playing football, and there's like older mean kids in the neighborhood and all the stuff, and they have kind of unsupportive parents. And then in the third movie, it's like, yeah, there's children who are just living in the woods full time, like, just no one, like, no adults, no nothing, they just live in the woods because Lamau. Let's not think about the fact that you're obligated to go to school in Germany, but okay. Yippee! Watch streak, let's go! 3 watch streak, epic. And then in the fifth movie, they're like, yep, vampires are real. Like, actual vampires with actual powers, not kids pretending to be vampires, mind you. So I don't know what has happened. Like, this has happened, again, multiple times in multiple franchises. This whole, like... Because the thing that makes these franchises, like, compelling in the first place is this kind of escapism of, oh, what if you and your friends had, like, headquarters and you had, like, kind of... It's literally found family, but for children, right? And then they somehow make it completely unrealistic, so... I feel like the media that I disliked the most as a kid was very much like where they changed something about something that I really enjoyed in a way that I didn't like. So yeah, that's one. That's a very popular complaint as well. No one really liked that. It reminds me of Pokemon protagonists are too young, like how on earth did they become champions at 11, people giggles. Yeah, like, it's just so bizarre, I think. And especially because in the Wild Bunch case, they tried to do a reboot of the series, because obviously all the main protagonists, like, are old as shit now. And they went back to the roots of the franchise. So they basically unmade the fact that there's, like, vampires in the fucking universe there. And it was like a good movie. I actually really liked it. And then they just never did any more. They just did one of the reboot and then they stopped. So, R.I.P. You lived and you learned, I guess. But yeah, so that's one thing that I really didn't like. And okay, let me check. I'm gonna go with my rating, lowest from highest. If there's anything that I remember from childhood I really didn't like. Well, from under 18, Violet Evergarden, the anime. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I got forced to watch it by a friend of mine at the time. And I watched it in one sitting and it was not worth it. It was not worth it, guys. It's just very bizarre because she's has this romance with her boss who's way older than her, and it's just like, ugh, what the fuck. Yeah, that one was not good. That one was not a good time, guys. Honestly, that's like, I think one of the few things that I've watched as a, like, full TV shows I watched as a child and didn't like. To be fair, there might be a lot of that I started and never finished. Who knows? The movies. Let me see. What movies? We do have quite a lot of, because I feel like movies, it's more likely that I will have like track record of it, because if it's a TV show and I didn't like it, I will have just stopped watching it and not continued watching the whole show, if that makes sense. So let me have a look. So Alive and Ticking, hated it. I don't know if a lot of people like it. It's a German movie, but it's about a girl who has a Tourette syndrome, and it's not well done. It's just not. I Am a Blue is the Warmest Color hater. I really hated that movie. I'm sorry. Yeah, sounds bad. Yeah, there was like an era in... This is from 2011. There was an era in German movies and publishing where they would just have like young adult stories, and the entire point of the story is like inaccurate portrayals of mental health. It was not a good time. It was very like voyeuristic and very like, I don't know, not good vibes. And I remember it being so prevalent, where like the entire point of the story was just to have this very, oh my god, look at how bad this person has it, and look how much they have to struggle in life storyline, and it's just not a good vibe. R.I.P. Blue is the Warmest Color. I know it's an iconic lesbian movie, but oh my god, the main character there, it's a French movie, which maybe explains a lot, but the main character in this behaves so awfully towards her love interest, and it's just not handled well in my opinion, so I didn't like it. This was like movies I watched when I was like in my teens though, not childhood. The Campaign, very crappy, non-funny movie with, and this made me realize I'm not a massive Will Ferrell fan. I don't know, something about his, I don't know, his face just makes me upset. Which is like, I don't know, he just looks angry, like he looks like someone who would punch me in the face. I don't know, it's just, I don't like him. And this movie is a terrible movie that's very like, I don't know, flippant. Okay, but childhood media. There's a series called Cheeky Girls. Yet again, another case of like, it's a whole franchise of German movies. And it's about this group of girls. Makes sense, but whatever. Like with any movie story that covers disability and neurodivergency, they have to tread super carefully because the community becomes a big reviewer / critic of the story. Exactly. And it was definitely this era that I'm talking about, in at least in German publishing, was very much like before sensitivity readers. So they would just not really consult a broad spectrum of people who are affected by what they're writing about. They would have like maybe one person read over it, which I feel like just enforced this whole, oh, they think they know what they're writing about, but really they have a very narrow or maybe inaccurate portrayal of it, because yeah, it's not own voices stories either. These were all written by people who are not affected by the issues, or maybe they have like a child affected, but that's not the same, you know? Yeah. But yeah, Cheeky Girls 2, I think they have like a dumbass plot in that. It's very much like, oh, let's fuck up all friendships for romance, which I really hated. Despicable Me 3, I'm sorry. I do want to watch the fourth one, but the third one just does... This is another trope I hate in kids media, where they do the whole, let's introduce a random family member who's like the entire plot is just, oh, this one new character is completely the opposite of an established character. I just think it's so overdone. It's like, the number one, worst way to do this is when the child of a character from the first movie in the second movie is the opposite. Okay, like Rio 1 and Rio 2. Rio 1 is about a bird who lives with humans and doesn't want to live outside. Rio 2 is about wild birds wanting to live with humans. Right. One way I saw it apply to normal life is when people who never drink alcohol in their life describe people drinking copious amounts in one go and coming out fine. That is exactly the point, yeah. Or like, I don't know, when people just very much have inaccurate portrayals. So yeah, exactly like that. Or another example is Happy Feet 1 and 2, where Happy Feet is all about a penguin who cannot sing but ends up being an amazing dancer, and then the second movie is, oh, his child cannot dance but then ends up being like a surfer or something. Like, it feels so trite, it's so overdone, and it's so annoying because then for some reason the characters who are then the parents or the sibling in the case of Despicable Me 3, they had this entire arc in their movie which was about how much they struggled being different and how much they had to fight their way in life. And then when their kid is struggling to adjust to their way of life, they suddenly don't have any empathy, don't have any compassion, and are like literally taking the same role that their parents were taking towards them or their like surroundings were taking. So it just makes me sad because it devalues the first movie because ragey. Yeah, because it feels like you literally, it's the kind of point of like being discriminatory towards people when you yourself are someone who has been discriminated against. Like, what? So it just upsets me on a deep level. So yeah. Eyes Wide Shut. The what's his name? What's the fucking director's name? Stanley Kubrick. The Stanley Kubrick movie. This movie sucks. It's awful. It's the one with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman from 1999. Awful movie. The main reason why I dislike this movie is because I read the book and I wrote an exam about the book in school, and I really liked this book for a book that was published at the time because it had a really progressive point about women's agency and including women's agency in their own marriages. And then the movie is just a very voyeuristic thing. I mean, yes, they did go on masked like sex orgies, but like that was not the point of the book, man. The point of the book was about agency in marriage and about what happens when you get married really young and then you don't really have time to become your own person outside of your relationship. And all these interesting complex issues from like the turn of the century, from the 19th to the 20th century. It might have been the 18th to the 19th, but turn of the century. I think it was around the time of the Industrial Revolution. And then the movie is just very much navel-gazing about the oh my god, the secret orgies, maybe. So didn't like it, hated it. This one I saw as adult. Yeah, Happy Feet 2 is another movie that I just mentioned. I gave this 1 star. Igor, really didn't like that movie. Again, I feel like it covered disability in a disrespectful way. A lot of these I'm realizing, it's covering sensitive issues in a disrespectful way is one of the number one things that I didn't like in children's media. That I still obviously don't like to this day. So that's a lot of the cases for these movies. Yeah, Rio 2 I mentioned already. Yeah, okay, for all the movies that I saw until... Mostly like shit sequels where they just ruin the point of the first movie as mentioned, or not taking serious issues into account and like having proper sensitivity training for them. That's definitely my number one case. Like, one of the few books in recent years. Okay, I'm off to the gym now. Yellow, you're in charge of the house. Oh my god, the house. Where? Have a good time at the gym. What kind of stuff do you do? What kind of stuff do you do at the gym? I'm a calisthenics person. I really try to learn that word because it's the kind of exercise I do most often. I'm so hyped for swimming, by the way. Because I'm going swimming on Friday, and oh my god, I'm excited. I'm so excited for Gamescom 2. I don't even know what I want to wear, though. Like, I'm so... People giggles. I'm so unprepared still. There we go. Yeah, the only thing I've done today, I started obviously reading the, I do muscle growth stuff. I don't know, that's epic. You're getting buff. Firefly buff arc. Trying to become duck ass, it just looked more sculpted. That is based. I feel that, yeah. And I'm so excited to swim because I haven't gone swimming, I think, in 6 years. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But yeah. Also, I'm meeting a bunch of my friends' friends. That's gonna be epic. It's like a cool event too, so yippee. Right. We're making really good progress. I'm hyped. Because I want to try and get as much done as I can today, while also knowing I have dinner plans later for my fam. I love swimming, I haven't got it while the voices swimsuits. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. It was so bad that, like, I don't even know. The last time because I wanted to already go at some other point to go with that exact same group of people to go swimming, but then all the buses were just cancelled when I got to the station, and for that I had to borrow my dad's trunks because I just don't own any trunks anymore, or I should say I couldn't find mine. I love being in the water, out of water, not the part in between. That is so true. I used to be such a water rat, like being obsessed with being in the water. I would stay in until my lips turned blue as a kid, but I wasn't a big swimmer. I just liked being in the water. I swam for like 15 years with the gender dysmorphia. Is that dysmorphia or dysphoria? Either way, hit too hard last year. The gender dysphoria, ragey. Yeah, R.I.P. That sucks. Just being in the water is very free. I mean, I am a water sign. I feel like it's just in my nature. I joke, but I'm very water, like pro-water. So I would love rain more too if I wasn't wearing glasses, because I hate having shit on my glasses. Also, I'm a slow swimmer, which I shouldn't be for how long I've been doing. Oh, that's fair enough. I only learned to swim relatively late at like age 11, because I used to doggy paddle everywhere and then I couldn't properly swim. But now I can. Just swim blind AF. No, like during the swimming, but I don't mind not having like vision when I'm swimming because it's a feeling based thing, but I love the sound of rain. I just don't like walking in the rain because of the glasses sitch. I don't know. It's not the best. There you go. I am doing this for fun and not for being a swimmer. I'm minus 7.5 and 7.75. I swim blind. Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm like, you have double the bad vision compared to me. That's wild. I'm in like the 3s. -3s. Yeah, have a good time at the gym, boss. Maybe see you later. I don't know how long you're gone. And that's without the astigmatism as well, Rip Bozo. There you go. Got these bad boys. Oh, boom. Apps, I will yup if you still like 2 hours, then yes, I'll be back. Mayhap, I don't know. It just depends. Stardew Valley music, yippee! Yeah, we have some Stardew Valley music in the rotation. Is there any arrows? Yep, I think that section is still uncovered. Yep. Boom. Nice. But you're gonna be left on to have fun speaking to the balls and the mice that live in them. Yippee! JKS, Mice Entertainment. I love the look. I can get the mice to work for me, yeah. Cinderella core is real. There we go. Yeah, so I'm super excited for both of those things. I just need to get ready on the... I already did like a bunch of prep for that stream we're doing, the Gamescom stream. Which is not at Gamescom, I should preface. It is gonna be about Gamescom, but get them to do laundry while about people giggles, people goof. That would be handy, man. I know. It's about it, not in it, yeah. Yeah, I mentioned already, the main reason is I'm not an experienced IRL streamer, and if I ever want to get into it, I feel like I'm not going to start with, like, mass public events where there's lots of kids. I don't know. I'm just not like coded in that way where I have a lot of experience. Because I've never, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's because I'm an old fuck, but I feel like it's much more normalized to share a lot of stuff about your personal life, like having like a personal Instagram, let's say. Old fuck where? Looking. Thank you. I appreciate it. But kind of like having like a personal internet presence rather than what I feel like was more widespread when I started having an internet presence, so like 10 years ago. Not even 10. More than 10 years ago. But I feel like it was much more normalized to have an internet presence that was about something. Like having a fan account for something, or having an account to share something about, like a niche thing about you, like your art, or your writing, or your cosplay, or something like that. That still exists, obviously, but I feel like it's become more like, oh, everyone, if you're not a creator, right, regular people will just have a personal Instagram to have, like, their friends and family. And I never had this in my life. Like, it was just not something that I did. I've done, like, art, I've done other things online and such, but yeah. So I always have had an account that was about something, not about me as a person, you know what I mean? So, oh, Jesus Christ. So right now, like, I'm a gaming streamer, mostly. I'm still scared to do that much anything on social media, so I'm like, yeah, exactly, because I feel like and you and me, because we're the same age, James, we were, like, in that age range where there was a lot of, like, the internet is a scary place, and you should be careful about your personal stuff because there's nonsense everywhere. If you were, like, a child on the internet, right? So you were like, oh, you gotta be careful. So, to me, it feels very alien still, even though it's been many, many years, right? It still feels alien to be openly sharing, like, personal things, or having, like, as I mentioned, a personal account. So, that's why I kind of, that IRL streaming, the only streams I do that are themed ones, like cooking, baking, art, like I'm doing something, I'm not just living my life on camera, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I feel like for me to do IRL streams that are outside of my house, like in any public place, I would just need to go on a big evolution to, because I'm not even someone who's vlogged or anything really. I've done like one attempt in my life ever to do a vlog, and it was super like stressful, and I didn't really have a good time with it. Especially technologically, I was just not very informed on how to do it. So because I don't have any experience in any way filming my life regularly, I feel like it's very intimidating for me to immediately jump to, oh, live streaming, you know what I mean? So I will take like pictures at Gamescom, and maybe I'll do some little videos and we'll use those during the stream, but I'm not gonna be streaming at the convention itself. But okay, Charles, I want to have like your opinion on this. Because I was thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I have actually done more on social media in the last few years than ever before. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, it also does feel different when you're an adult, because you feel a bit more like assured about your agency and about your level of power, I should say. But yeah, I was thinking, right? I don't know what I'm gonna wear, but should I wear as part of my outfit my TwitchCon badge? If you're wondering what it looks like, let me show it to you. Because the reason I ask, and it looks like it has like a Twitch lanyard, but the important part is I still have this from TwitchCon 2 years ago. It has my Twitch username on it, and it has my pronouns on it, but it also has a bit scratchy, but maybe. Because I was thinking, is this like, does this look douchey if I run around with this, or is it like cool? Because I was like thinking, if I'm talking with any developers, and like if it's a game, for example, we have streamed, I could be like, yo, I'm a streamer, here's my Twitch handle. Like, is it cool or is it like douchey? Because obviously one of the things I want to do, aside from just enjoying the convention, playing games and stuff, is like see if there's any people there that I have like interacted with on social media or anything like that, and then can like be like, yo, what's up guys? I played your game! And stuff like that, so I thought that might be helpful, but then I got kind of self-conscious about it. I was like, what if they'll think I think that I'm so important, and I'm like a prick running around? You know? So what are your thoughts on this, lads? I need to lock in. The convention is on Thursday, so if I want to get any like prep done, that's gonna be like basically tomorrow. Since obviously Wednesday I'm still going to work and I'm out of the house for 10 hours, so the maximum amount I could do is maybe do some like last minute shopping on the way home, but really, because Gamescom normally starts at like 10 AM on the given day. So I'm a bit like, I mean, I have no idea, it's not like it's another streaming platform convention, so why not? Yeah, I feel like it is just a gaming convention, and Twitch is known as the gaming one. So, if I was like thinking it's like chill, because, yeah, I guess I do kind of want to communicate to these, any developers. I mean, I'm running around with L, who is an indie developer. I'm imagining he's going to have a special badge. So, like, it's not like I'm the only motherfucker with a badge there, but I do feel like I want to emphasize, like, that I'm also using the opportunity, especially in the indie realm, to be like, hi, because I'm not part of a collective, I'm not, like, really plugged in on the business side, honestly. I've just kind of been raw dogging it, but I feel like I have made a few connections with some people. Someone shows up with a cop badge. That's raging. No cops at Gamescom. And I kind of want to emphasize that. And again, maybe do some, because I have friends, like my friend Palex, who is way more plugged into the business side and stuff, and I kind of want to be like, yo, what kind of options are there? Even though it's not necessary, obviously, I've been doing just like fine without it, but I thought it'd be nice, you know, be like a bit more explicit about the fact that I'm a creator. I don't know, I don't think English content creators are like, or English speaking content creators I should say, not British, are gonna be attending in mass amounts, and I know a lot of international people do have a booth at the convention, but that doesn't mean they're going to be there exposed to lots of people who might be able to have a more in-depth, longer conversation with them about their things. And I'm hyped, especially because I found out, I looked at the indie booth website, and I found out I've played, like, I talked about this on stream briefly, but I did double check, and we have played about 10 to 20 different games that are going to be at Gamescom already. So just make sure it fits with your outfit. Yeah, so that's why, like, it has green, it has purple, so I'm thinking maybe some colorful elements might be fun. And of course I'm going to try to, need to do that. I'm going to try to have like the weather in mind, and maybe have like a second shirt in case I sweat a lot and stuff. It is a crowded event. Okay. That the head is really getting shape now. Up here, I have 4 more. Doop doop doop. So yeah, considering I already have played a lot of the demos, like a solid, I'd say maybe not a fourth, but like, because there was a lot of games, but maybe I've played like 20% of the games that are going to be there already, and have had a lot on my radar already as well. So it'd be cool to, at least to those devs, where I'm not really there to play the game again, I'm just kind of there to check out if they have any cool things and stuff. I'd be like, hi, I really liked your game, if I did and stuff, because typically I did. So, reach out a bit and be like, yo, what's up? Not that many of this tea color anymore. The next one should probably be S. I'm locked in, guys, I'm locked in. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little look around probably after stream today to decide an outfit. And pushing through yesterday to finish up A Queers for America really calmed my anxiety about my progress speed with my thesis. Obviously I haven't written really much, except like my notes on the respective books I've read and stuff, but it's still like calming to know, oh, I'm no longer working on that section, I'm on a completely different section. Where I also have 3 works to go through. I think 3 is a pretty solid amount. If it's like full books, if it's articles and stuff, I can do more, but yeah. And I know I will have 3 months to write the actual thesis, so I'm not gonna make myself like stir crazy by feeling like I'm not doing enough, because I'm not even in the actual writing time period that's been allocated. I'm in the pre-period, and I still have 2 months of that pre-period, so as long as I stay on top of it and don't, like, hopefully don't run into any more books that are so annoying that it takes me a month just to read that one book, then I think I'll be fine. Okay, here we are. I was having a chat with my dad about this, and I was like explaining to him this worry, and he was like, kind of at first he didn't understand why I was worried, and then I emphasized it, and he was like, yeah, but like there are people who have written, like, doctors, like they've written bachelor degrees basically without even being at university, like forging for other people, and if they can do it, then like it's very doable. I'm like, this has nothing to do with me though, like just because someone else in the world can do this has 0 bearing on if I can do it, you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, but like you are able to, as in you have the brain capacity or whatever. I'm like, yeah, this still doesn't really help me, TBH. Obviously in this case it was just I needed to lock in and actually do progress so I could get some serotonin for my brain and feel more hopeful and excited about the project rather than dreading. Or like feeling upset that I'm not making the progress I wanted to make. But yeah, no, I never understand that point. Like, in what way is what some other person in the universe can do really that meaningful for you and your abilities and your life? Like, to me, I never find it very, like, helpful or inspiring because I'm just like, yeah, but they aren't me though, you know? So I'm always just more like, ambivalent, I guess. But yeah, other things I've done is that I've watched a bit more Good Mythical Morning, which is always just kind of chill, relaxing vibes, looking at fun food and city mini games. So I do on the just enjoy the good vibes. Alright. I think we've done it. Oh, there's one bit here. The line is pretty much like here. Alright, perfect. So yeah, I think either today or tomorrow or both days I'm gonna put together a nice TwitchCon outfit. I just kind of want to have a vibe. Yeah, also tomorrow we are doing a regular gaming stream, by the way, if you're here and you're like, what the heck is this? This is diamond painting. But tomorrow we're doing Minecraft Hardcore. We are going to be building our mob farm and doing as much progress as we can in the storage area, and also doing some Roblox games. I actually today watched the game theory video about Dress to Impress, and I was like, that's crazy. Because I did not know Dress to Impress has lore. Ain't no way there's lore in my dress up game. Okay, we're gonna bring in the S's, because that's gonna be nice to fill up like that ear and here bit. There you go, nice, okay. Ow, let me try and sit back a bit more, push up that chair. Yeah, I really do love diamond painting as a hobby, but yeah. Once we're done with this one on stream, I think the next one I'll get, whichever, whatever point that is, probably in like the winter months. I don't think I'll stream that, just because like, this is nice and fun and relaxing, but having to do all the setup for the camera angle obviously means I'm also not sat in the most relaxed position, because I can't with this table, with my chair. But, and also it's just a lot of setup. So, we're doing this one though to its completion, don't worry, I'm not abandoning it. I wouldn't abandon it either way, but it's like, you're not gonna be left out of getting this to its complete state. Yippee. And yeah, I mean, honestly, diamond painting is it is very much pixel art in real life, and it's very calming. Also, the value of money in terms of hours per euro value is so good, because this is an expensive one, right? I paid, I think, 35 euros for this. But then again, we have already crossed, I think at this point, 15 hours of time working on this, which is such good value. Like, we're not even 3/4 through. So I think the total amount of time until I'm finished with this will be over 20 hours. And for that, you're like, damn, that is actually broken down a very, very good value for money. And you have the advantage compared to paint by numbers, which I also like, that you don't have to, like, you can't get paint on you or get like dirty, you don't have to do cleanup and stuff. It's very nice in that way. What are you guys' like, do you have any crafty hobbies, chatters, like crocheting or cross stitch or diamond painting or anything like that? Let me know. I love a good crafty hobby, I have to be honest. I don't do all of them as regularly as I would like, but I really enjoy them when I do. And some of them I really want to get back into, like cross stitch. Will you be playing Guts and Black Powder in the Roblox stream? I don't know those games, maybe. I'll check them out. Also, hi Ewan. Thank you for the 5-watch streak, I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, because the idea is I'm going to be playing Dress to Impress, for sure. And then I want to see if Toby has time, because he's way more plugged into Roblox than I am. And we'll see what kind of games we can play together. So I'll keep those in mind. I'm a complete noob to Roblox. I actually played it twice, I think. Once or twice. So I do crochet, paint, and do some crafts every now and again. That's lovely. That's lovely. I enjoy a good craft. So many good hobbies in the world. You think about it. You're always like, man, so many good things to do. Which I guess is why that sentiment that we had in the... What game was it? Thank you for the hydrate, appreciate it, and thank you for the positive check. Hi Wispy, how are you? Forgotten Fields, I think it was, where we played that demo. The sentiment of like, oh, is this it about life? Is something that that doesn't resonate to me at all, because there's so many things. Books to read, TV shows to watch, movies to watch, crafts to do, skills to learn, people to meet, hangouts to do, meals to eat, like so many things. I'm doing good, that's lovely. How are your various pets doing? Pets to have, another great example. I'm relaxing and trying to get used to classes again. Oh yeah, when did your semester start? Was it like very recently? Kind of think about the fact that until I do any other kind of degree in the future, I'm not gonna have any classes again ever. Started today, oh, then you had an early one immediately, oof. Rip bozo. It's kind of crazy. I mean, also you can take, obviously you can take classes at like a... What are they called for English? You can take like other kind of training afterwards, even if you're done with your degree. Do we have anything else that's free? No, we should be done with S now. Nice. Let's get C out. SOS. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you because I'm on camera. Look at what my dad got me. Ta-da! Because I'm on camera rarely. Ta-da! It's a notebook. Isn't this epic? Cool. There you go. Like that, and has a little anchor charm. Ta-da. For the hydrate, it looks like that on the side. You could take up pages, replace it, which I think is really cool. So it has longevity. I haven't decided what to use it yet for, so it's just lying around. Hydrate. Thank you. There we go. Boom. It's the S here. Let's get the letter C in. I'm so hyped that my mirror is now up because I can check my outfit before I leave the house without having to go into anyone else's rooms. And I have a full body mirror as well. So it's the entire fit in one image. Very cool. I'm so excited because I'm going to use it obviously to now put my Gamescom fit together. Anyone excited for autumn/winter? I'm hyped, guys. Obviously there's lots to do that is kind of scary, but I'm excited for the season. Because it's been a warm summer. It's been just wearing t-shirts and like button-ups the entire. I'm so excited for winter break. That is so based. So I'm kind of, it's that thing where I'm simultaneously excited because I like the season, and there's both seasons, autumn and winter, and also because there's many exciting things that are happening for me in the end months, like cool meetups and stuff. But then also I'm a bit like, oh, I'm gonna be all the way in writing my thesis mode from like late October, so it's also kind of like I don't want time to pass faster because I'm gonna be in the middle of a very new challenge for me. Like, I know it's not like, oh my god, I've never written a paper, but I've never written a bachelor's thesis, so it is a bit like crazy. So I'm so excited. I'm going to the lunch, not this week, but next Monday, so in a week, with one of my mates. It was a gift for my birthday, to be treated to lunch, and we go to this like very nice place near our university. And oh my god, I haven't gone there since last year, I think. And I'm so excited. It's also nice because it's the friend where we always lose touch with each other because we're both forgetful and kind of get absorbed into our lives. But we always have a great time when we do hang out again. And I very much treasure that. There's people where it just feels like no time has passed, even if you haven't seen each other in like 6 months. Yippee. There we go. Oh yeah, for everyone who was not there for the finish of the 12-hour stream. 12-hour stream was definitely more effort, like more energy expended than the 6-hour one. Like the 6-hour one basically didn't really take any extra energy at all, but the 12-hour one kind of did, especially like once we were past the 9 or 10 hour mark. I would have spent the last few hours playing Mail Time, which I have a bit of conflicting feelings about, mostly because of the glitches and bugs and the slightly too excessive fetch quests. But I also enjoyed it in many respects because it's a cute game, very inclusive. And it's made me hype, like I want to finish more games. Because some of the games we played recently, like Manami Lane or Mail Time or even Haven Park for a while back, I always feel just very satisfied when I've finished them, you know? Okay, we've done all the C's. Okay, let's get ourselves the ampersand, not the ampersand, the what's it called? The hourglass. There we go. Hourglass is dropping by, which is all the orange pieces. Oh, ripped up my headphones again, Jesus Christ. I'm also excited because this week I only have to work one day because I have I've taken a day off work for Gamescom on Thursday. I love going on Thursdays for Gamescom just because like the weekend is where it's just gonna be overrun with families, and on Fridays I'm also kind of a bit worried because a lot more people will have time on a Friday, especially like school kids and teenagers. So that's why I tend to like go, if possible, in this case it was because I got the day off of work, I like to go on the first day, on the Thursday, so you have that advantage of it being in a weekday. It is the first day as well, so I kind of feel like it's extra hype. And people aren't maybe run ragged from convention days yet, like the booth managers and stuff, so and any kind of game devs that are around. One of the things, aside from the indie games of course, that I'm so excited and hope there's going to be new info for is the new Professor Layton game. I'm so thrilled, and me and my mum, I mentioned already, have plans to buy whatever console we need to play it. So maybe I'm keeping my eye out. In terms of AAA releases, I don't think I have that much on my radar, or like bigger games. I think the only things that I have that are kind of bigger games is the new Life is Strange game, Double Exposure, and the remake for what's it called? Disney Epic. The game where Mickey has like a magic paintbrush. Because I was so obsessed with that game for the Wii, I think. And I'm obsessed with having like a PC version for it. And one obviously that's a modern update. The original game is I think from 2013 or maybe 12 or 11 or something. But definitely over 10 years old. So those are like the bigger games that I'm excited for. That I know are coming out soon. So yeah, Disney Epic, then Life is Strange Double Exposure, and the new Professor Layton game. And what are some games that you guys are excited for? Can be indie, can be small, time publishing, can be big time publishing, can be anything. Obviously for indie I'd have to check my wishlist because there's too many, to be honest. There's like 1,000 that I'm super excited for. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, hypey. Yes, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I know you love those games, so I'm excited on your behalf. I really want to get into them as well. I have some wishlisted. I feel like I might have a good time because I like the Professor Layton Ace Attorney crossover game. We have that for the DS. And it was pretty good. Oh yeah, other things. I watched the new Koi Piso video, if any Koi Piso viewers are here, but even if you're not, this video is very different from his usual style. It's about, I think the title of the video is VidCon is Dead. It's all about the evolution of VidCon as a convention, and it was such a good video. It was like almost like a video essay because I very much like that sentiment of like as a kid or as a teenager being really into YouTube conventions. I was like the same. I went to the biggest ones. I went to, do you stream Professor Layton? We could maybe, yeah, I guess. It's not really what I would like do a whole series about because it's kind of more contemplative game for me, one that I just have loved for many years. But I would maybe do like a stream about it. Those games are incredible. They have like the best soundtrack in my opinion in video game history. It's like in the, I would genuinely argue it's at least in the top 3 ever for me. I'm also biased because my mum used to play Professor Layton songs on the piano when I was young, and it has a lot of nostalgic value, but I still stand by it. It's a banger soundtrack. What was I on about? What was brother yapping about? Right. Puzzle games. Let me try to find my way back to my train of thought. Games. I love those games. They're very good. Just thinking about something. That's annoying. You're distracted. About Gamescom. There's a Gamescom I'm excited for. Oh yeah, Koi Piso video. There we go. Got it. But yeah, like I went to Video Days, which is Germany's equivalent of VidCon, and I went to like pretty much like all the major conventions when I was a teenager, and and Video Days very much had a similar thing as VidCon. I was always like, oh, VidCon is like the cool big thing because they had activities, and Video Days very early on Like it had the same branding, even like the same style of branding, same color scheme and stuff, which is why I call it like our response basically to VidCon. But Video Days very early on, like 10 years ago already, 9 years ago, started being like basically it's the only thing you could do there is buy merchandise and like meet creators. And Video Days didn't really have anything else to offer. It had like a show, yeah, like a musical performance, but it was very like commercial very early on. And VidCon in comparison was like, oh, you have like booths, you have activities and shit you can do there as a viewer when you're going there. That isn't just stand in lines for 6,000 years to spend like 1 minute with a creator. Which is not on the creators. This is like, it's just how it do be like. What the fuck is it doing? Oh, I decided to do this? Oh, not what I want. Not what I want. I want to go away from this. Let's go away, Twitch app. Why do you not work? So I was always very envious of VidCon because it's in bloody California. Like that's so far away. It was very much out of my reach, pretty much always. We're gonna continue with the equal sign, by the way. But yeah, I do feel like that essay was very well done in that it kind of, I guess, showed how VidCon had its own issues, or has developed its own issues that are very different from the ones that at least German conventions 9 years ago did. I have no idea what the current status is because I haven't been plugged in really in that side anymore. I don't really watch many German YouTubers anymore at all. I used to. It's my first venture before I started just watching pretty much only English-speaking creators. But yeah, so we had here the issue of over-commercialization rather than also making sure that it's a convention with activities other than meeting people and spending money. But VidCon now, I thought it was a very well done presentation, so I will follow Koipiso's claims here of now it's become like a way more geared towards aspiring creators rather than viewers. And to be honest, I thought it was interesting because the last convention like that I went to that was like a creator convention was TwitchCon, where it was very much like you had to pick basically if you were there as a creator or if you were there as a viewer, because all the events were scheduled at the same time in terms of like meet and greets or panels with like that you could attend to listen to or meet another creator. They were scheduled at the same time as any kind of like workshop or any kind of learning opportunity as a streamer, right? So I do feel like that's a bit of a shame because I don't think everyone's that binarily either just a viewer or just a streamer. A lot of people are obviously just viewers, or a lot of people are streamers and they don't really watch other streamers very often, maybe because they're too busy. But a lot of people are kind of in my camp where we watch Twitch or we watch YouTube, right? But we also make our own stuff, so it's a bit of a shame that at least TwitchCon 2 years ago, the European one, had kind of that approach. And it was always that way where you could not get to the new, like the panel, or you couldn't get to the workshop because they were just overlapping or so close together that they would close the doors already on whatever you wanted to do next. So that was a bit of a shame. Boop, boop, boop. I don't even know if any of that shit still goes on that I used to go to, but 'twas the times. Oh my god, I still remember, I went to Video Days twice, because in 2014 and 2015, GG, and I still remember to this day that in 2015, which was already the bad year, by the way, which is why I didn't go to any further ones. It had like nothing to do, again, except buy merch or stand in lines, and the lines were awful. They were like exceedingly long. So you were just kind of fucked. But and I remember running into someone from my school, and it was like a shithead from my school, and I was like, why are you here, bro? And I think still on my phone I have a video that I believe he recorded of like a big German YouTuber saying hi to our entire grade. I still have that on my phone somewhere, I think. But this was such a despair moment because obviously like the internet kind of was like a good escape sometimes from like dumb people at my school when I was like 14, 15 years old. And then having one of those people also be in that sphere was like, why are popular people now in my nerdy niche internet thing, you know what I mean? Like, it was just that time. And I still remember that. Like, even, I think I still remember what area of the convention place we were in. And I just met this creator, and I'd gotten from, I don't know, some form of like creator management thing. I'd gotten a pair of sunglasses, neon green sunglasses, and that's like after that I'd see this guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's you," and I'm like, "Oh," and we just like went our separate ways. It was so awkward. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit was wild then. Almost done with the area, which is lovely. Just need the black, I think, after this, and then like a little bit of a few little spots at the bottom here. It's currently on the hashtag, and then I think we need the P lettering. Weird P. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I don't know, but I do look fondly back on that era, because I used to go to anime conventions, even though I wasn't a big anime person, I just like the conventions and art. And I went to YouTube conventions. In that era, I think I went to maybe 1 or 2 each year. And it was good times. Okay, my hot take was, if you're at all familiar with German YouTube conventions from 10 years ago, don't know. But the best one was one called You. And this had one reason. It was no, it was not U. They held it at the U one year, but it was called the XXL, so extra extra large Tuber Day. So the XXL Tuber Day, because, and the main reason was because they were the goats. They were the goats because this convention was held in an amusement park, and you got reduced entry to the amusement park, about 50% reduction price-wise, and you had entry to the YouTube convention plus the entire amusement park. It was like the most insane deal of all time. So you just got like half off for the entire amusement park, plus you got entry to the YouTube convention section, which they had. It was like a big hall or something. So you got to basically have just the 2-for-1 deal. And then having that exist at the same time as Video Days, which was, so I think the entrance to XXL Tuber Day was like €24 at the time, maybe 27. And Video Days was €35. And you had 0 activities except buy merchandise and meet YouTubers. So just the discrepancy was crazy, because you could also buy merchandise and meet YouTubers at the XXL Tuber Day, but you also got to go on like amusement park rides and play games and shit. It was epic. Like, that was the most insane sponsorship like collab that ever happened. And one day one time they held it at the U, which was an indoor convention, and wasn't as good. It really lived for being in an amusement park, I thought. So they were the goats in terms of innovative location, in my opinion. I'm like, why is this not done more? It was epic. I don't know if it still goes on either. I think it doesn't. But it was so cool when it did. That was by far my favorite one, just because it was such a banger deal and you got to experience 2 cool things in one day, essentially. Very lovely. Let's fill out this section here on the forehead. These shiny rocks. maybe. And yeah, so I think the last one I went to was probably like Pat to Chill. Yeah, it was probably in 2017 or 18. I think I was an adult already, and that was kind of the point where I started being older than a lot of the other people at the convention, and also more importantly, I wasn't really bothered by that, but I was more bothered by I didn't really know most of the creators that were big anymore. Because I had already shifted in from like 15, 16, 17 at that age group, I was mostly watching English creators, and I stopped keeping up very much with like the new creators. So I went there and I didn't really connect with the other attendees in the way that I had in previous years, and I also didn't really feel like I knew the scene well anymore. So that was the last year I went. And kind of good because like so many, I mean, in classic YouTube fashion. At this point, there's been like multiple people who I watched at the time, so like 10 years ago, and some that I met in person who've been exposed to be like massive cunts. So low-key glad I got out of that when I did, you know? At that point, it really was just like, men be like, men in power. Despair. The crazy thing is, right? This is like, sometimes you have those weird kind of it's like around 7 corners, everyone in the world is connected, that kind of vibe. Because I had a friend whose friend was the girlfriend of a big YouTuber at the time, and he's one of the people got, I think, exposed as a shithead now. So that's crazy. It was a wild era. SMH, yeah. And it's always some white cishet man abusing women. It do be like that. It's women or children. You're like, what the fuck? Depressing. Not saying that anyone else is like immune or whatever, but like, there's a trend. Doing very well. Like, we only have like that little section here, and then we are at these like here, and then we're done, I think, with that section. Get like 1 white stone there, and then we're goated. I think today we're gonna do this, like the cat section here if we can. See how far we get. I said I'd roughly do about 2 hours, 2.5 maybe. But then again, I should just come when I'm done. So for the dinner plans, we got Japanese eggplants. Following a lot of Finnish YouTubers I used to watch 10 years ago. I just stopped making videos, started doing other things like being on TV or radio and stuff like that. Are still going. Yeah, sometimes like there are people out there that are like not bad that I was a viewer of at the time. It's just sad that some are. I always just don't. I don't get it. And I'm glad I don't. Yeah, we got Japanese eggplants, which look very fun. I'm excited. Oh, this is one is a different look. See. Get you, and then to get 1 bit of hourglass back. That 1 bit. You know, I feel like it's a very classic, like, English is your second language story where you start as a kid being in the community of your native language, and then later you transition over to English. And And that kind of like, I remember when I just started streaming and I had like many people ask me like if I watched that or that Minecraft creator, right? And I'm like, no, because they were English speaking and I didn't start watching that like until I was 14, 15 years old. So I watched German YouTubers play Minecraft as a child, I didn't watch Stampy Longnose, I didn't watch any of these people because it was just not the language I was consuming content in at the time. So I do remember that where it's a little bit like, oh yeah, no. I have like any recent media as in the last 10 years, yeah, I watched a lot of that if it's English speaker media. Or I know a lot of like OG English speaking YouTubers that were very popular, but I don't really have that deep background going past that 10-year period. I've watched a lot of older media now, but like not old YouTubers, you know what I mean? So I want to go back at some point, but at the moment it's kind of like the two, there's the X. Aha. There you go. Come on, we can do it. And then we just need the 3. Is it the P's? Yeah, it's the 3 P's. So you got going to James, can you believe it? Bro got going. Go. 2. And then finally. Boom. Yippee! Now this entire section at the top is nice and finished, very tactile. Mostly it's been finished. Artists are active, got literally prison sentences for sexual assault. I'm still back on TV making music. I'm here just like ragey. You literally get worse prison sentences for tax evasion than sexual assault or even murder. That's crazy. That's actually wild as fuck. Alright, let's get into the kitty face. Oh wait, there's some here still. 2 hashtags. The symbols for this are crazy. Come on, just 2 little hashtags we could go. Pfft, never mind. More hashtags fell out, ain't no way. There's 2 here that we missed. There you go. So I was trying to peel off stuff. Try to just get rid of this square here. That's the next line. I'm just gonna peel this back until about here. Because I just want to do the cat. Oop, sorry. Okay, any hashtags? I can use up the ones I've just shaken out. A few, okay. Pet, Yellow City, hi Foolish Fan, how are you? Oh, I uploaded a new emote by the way. I revamped the melt emote if you wanna test it out. I think it turned out pretty cute. It's not the best emote ever, but I think it's quite nice. Melt, this is me in the summer, yeah. I feel like maybe I like it's kind of difficult sometimes to get like the level of detail that I really want to with emotes, but it's fine. I think it does its job. Melt me this summer, that is so true. But I'm like, oh man, I'm so hyped for like autumnal movies. Because last year I did a bunch of like this challenge where I was watching a lot of autumnal movies and it was like really nice, so I want to continue. And it turns autumn again. get all cozy, hot chocolate, stews, just the whole shebang. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the longevity of the of this kit, by the way. Like, it's very well done. Shout out to not sponsored Diamond Art Club. Because when I started this hobby, I got like really cheap ones from like the local craft store, which were lovely. They were good. They were great, but they were a little bit more makeshift and obviously way smaller. Because I just wanted to test it out. But then I was like, I'm liking this hobby. I'm gonna invest in a more expensive kit, and the kit is very well put together. And as I mentioned already, for the amount of money paid, you get like so many hours of entertainment, so it's actually crazy. GG. And I just read on the bottom, it says you have a lifetime warranty and a free missing diamonds protection kit, like clause. It's pretty epic. So if you were to miss any diamonds, you can request them. Low key shadow. And I also know that they compensate their artists for the art pieces, like they're not just stealing people's art or like doing slop or shit, but they have actual collabs with artists for their pieces, so it's pretty epic. That's why they have like at the bottom, you can't see this part. Right, let me see if I can show you this. But at the bottom here, they have credit. They have like, okay, it's Diamond Art Club, but they also have the artist. In this case, the artist's name is Marilyn Casanave, maybe, who made this art. So I think that's pretty epic that you do have the credit. A and B, they do get percentage, they get royalties for the pieces that they make. That's pretty great. So I know that when I'm finished with this piece, I will like purchase another piece from the same place. I do have everything. Yep. Okay. Hashtag is done. Now I'm gonna pull out the ampersand again. There's lots of ampersand here. Yeah, so we're slowly. I think we only have like 2-3 emotes that I want to replace, and then we should. 1 or 2 are gonna get removed without replacement, but there's only a few emotes that are basically deadging. Whenever I feel like, oh, this emote gets used still, and this emote is like has a purpose, and it's not a reference to something old or anything like that, then it's gonna get revamped. Some ones, especially like any animated ones, it's like a longer process because I'm not a professional animator. And in fact, I might commission people for that. Again, because I don't have an animation background really. I've done animation, but I wouldn't consider myself an animator. So, to actually get like 10 or so more animated emotes, I feel like I would want to commission someone. So I'll go on a little romp around to see if there's any emote. Any people who I already admire who are artists who do commissions, if they do emotes as well. Obviously specifically animated ones. Stationary ones I could do myself. Yeah, this one will go RIP, because it's a Professor P emote, which has now been dead for a really long time. Like a year and a half. So that one is gonna go, and I don't know if any other are gonna go replacementless. Yeah, Bummer did go already. I've removed Bummer already. Never got used. Was not really purposeful enough, I think, from a design point of view. Messages. Also, by the way, thank you so much for everyone who's already submitted to the song request, like the song form for the bingo music stream. Very hyped for that. If you haven't already, the link to it is in the Discord. Feel free to submit as many of your songs as you will, and the whole thing is basically we're rating your songs, but you can defend yourself with text-to-speech. We tested the text-to-speech during the 12-hour stream, and it worked really well, so basically we are going to do a little bit of a bingo, but mostly just yapping about music, and you guys get to come on the virtual stage, if you will, and have a little text-to-speech people who can talk on your behalf. I'm very hyped for that. I think it's gonna be super funny. And the prospective date for that is not this week, but next week, Sunday. So mark your calendars. Sunday, the week after this one. I gotta get ready for class. Alright, have a good time at class. See you later. Take good care. Yeah, so if you do want to, because I would highly recommend if you did request any songs, submitted any songs, sorry, that you're there, because obviously copyright, it's very likely that severe parts of that stream are going to get muted in the VOD. So I feel like the viewing experience is best when you are here live. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Okay, we did it, I think. Ah, no, there's one more. Okay, anything more? Nope. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with C next. The letter C. Any weekend. Go. Boom. Letter C now in. Just the little green ones. I think C is one that we don't need anything after this of the letter C. We do always, for most of them, you get like crazy amounts extra, so hypothetically you can make your own diamond painting if you wanted to. Would be a bit effortful, but you needed to get the like sticky canvas, but you can. You could like put a DIY diamond painting together. I don't think it would be that much effort. If you had a canvas and some sort of liquid glue, you could do it with the spare diamonds you do get. So maybe we do that one day as a stream. I think that'd be fun. Thinking. I'm not cutting this off because we're not doing the surrounding sticky area around the cat today, I don't think. So I want to preserve as much of the glue, obviously, as possible without it drying out. Boom. Do you wear rings ever? Finger review. Oh yeah, sorry. Sometimes, yeah. If it works with the outfit. I'm just holding this down because this is flapping over it and it's like distracting. I do wear rings on the occasion. Don't really have too many cool rings though. I have one that's like a, what's it? Like bee. What are they called? Damn it. Like a bee themed ring, which is made out of honeycomb, I think. And like not actual honeycomb, it just looks like it's gold. And then I have like some like generic silver rings and like 1 or 2 black ones. I don't have any like really cool ones, mostly because I don't have like. I'm not someone who's had to spring a lot of money on jewelry, but good jewelry is obviously a bit more expensive than I normally tend to spend on, so I just haven't gotten into it crazily. Yeah, but I have to, I can only wear rings on my right hand, like here, so I only do it on the actual ring finger. Same concept goes for bracelets or watches or anything, because I'm left-handed, so my main hand I need unencumbered. I don't like anything on it, so I only accessorize on my right hand really, or right arm as well. Yep, I think that's it. Yep, perfect. Letter C is done. Yippee! I know, crazy. No more letter C's. Right, I'm gonna go with pretty song. Downward, gonna go downward arrow. Next. They can blend it easily, I feel like. Keep her happy. Almost done with the cat, that's crazy. Yay. Yeah, that one is gonna get revamped though. The cat on top of me emote. We do have the Catboy one for the, I think the tier 2s or 3s, but we want a regular cat emote as well for the tier 1 subbies. And then I think that's all the downward arrows. Yep. Alright, perfect. Bunker cat. Yippee! That's a cute one. It looks like a banana from my where I'm sat at right now. I think it's very funny. Banana cat. Me went banana cat. I think I can show you. Not really. do the letter S next, I think. There's quite a lot of them still. It's a potato. Oh, fair enough. Just looks yellow from here because I already have Chatterino the max like font size, which is 20. But obviously I'm still sat way further away from my desk than I normally would be. Yeah. Meaning everything, like any emote is a little bit small for me. Text is fine though. Chomp in much adhesive into the stick. Fish. Faced. The fish I can see. Just what I was about to say species the potato is, but you know what I meant. What kind of creature is it? I cannot see. I wonder how old some of these Twitch emotes are. Yeah, I swear to God, they're probably like 8 years old. And I've just never been... To be fair, I'm only just doing a revamp of my emotes, and a lot of them have been around for like... since December 2021, so... I'm also not the speediest at replacing all the emotes. Any S's? Oh, there's 3 S still, and then... I think we're also good with S's. No more S's, right? Nope, nope. We just need the P's here. The T's as well. Alright, let's get the other P out. This is like a paragraph symbol, which is what's it's really, but I'm just calling it like little p and big P. Oh dear, other P. Ain't no way. Yeah, this is capital letter P and the other is paragraph symbol P. Even though it's like written the other way around, so it's really not P, but whatever. Paragraph symbol. It's just long. Just gonna get this one out because this one here is this color. This big P is what's really like a massive amount is in the jar. There isn't really a lot up here, so we haven't used it for too much recently. There's a few bits here in the muzzle of the cat. Oops. What were you trying to go for, James? I was gonna make a big emoji. Did you just stop? Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna get this bad boy. So I think we don't need too many. 1 or 2 I missed. It's because there's the paragraph symbol and the hourglass look very similar and have almost the same coloring also, so it's easy to forget one of them. To this one of them. Press setting, think of whatever button this one skips to the next level. Oh no, that's so fair. I learned how to do that in Microsoft Excel recently, where because if you like just press enter to go to the next line, it obviously goes to the next cell, not the next line, so you have to press Alt and then enter, and then it skips a row in the same cell. I don't know. Stupid explanation, but it makes sense. It's very helpful for my job at the moment. Paragraph symbol, it's your time to shine. Yeah. I was like, damn, how can I like just go one line down, but in the same cell? Then I just googled it. Let me know. That muzzle. I always do that don't know thing, just Google it. So true. So true. I was just thinking about, because I was thinking about the Gamescom stream, about getting like, I'm gonna be picking up so many cool things from it, like prints and shit. This was always lovely. I can show you the ones that I still have on my desk to use for crafts and my to-do list and stuff from last year. You want to? Some of them I'm like, I haven't decided how to use them because they're like bigger. I'll show you this in a minute. In a New York minute. Actually, not a New York minute. I don't even know what a New York minute is. Just know the song. Anything with T's, we have equal signs with the black, white, and the T's. I think the T's is gonna be next. The T's. The letter T is gonna be next. Alright. I'll show you in a moment. I don't have a lot of opportunities to randomly be on camera, especially with this like up view angle. So I can show you some things. Wait. I can lean over to this pile that's here. Dude, just try not to let all the shit fall down that's on this desk. It's fell. It's fine. Oh, it's not. I'm gonna be bothered because I will forget. No. The chair squeaking. Terrible. I'm sorry, this is a leather chair. Apologies. So movie with the twins, apparently the phrase just mean in an instant. Oh, I guess so. Because I thought, what if a New York minute is really long? So this is the pile of things that are on my desk to be used in to-do lists and stuff. This is not from Gamescom. Some of these are. This is packaging for a cream that I cut off because I was like, it looks cool. It has like this rainbow-ish energy at the bottom. Then I have some Minecraft collectible cards, like the trading cards but I don't use them as trading cards, obviously. I just use them as like for the art. The coolest ones I kept, but the ones that I'm like, oh, these are like okay, I put into the twins being the Olsen twins. Oh, the actors, fair enough. But yeah, so I do put these into my to-do list, like just as a little art. And then this is what I mentioned, the mail time postcard that I have that I got at Gamescom 2 years ago. Ta-da! We finally played the game. Other section of the hand cream. This is what I mean, like, who would want this random section for anything? We don't have any of the other ones. Minecraft, that I have the polar bear. Minecraft art. Then there's this one artist that I've been buying stickers from for like a year or so, and they always send these like postcards, but you can cut them out as like little art pieces. Yeah, shout out to Möwenkunst, like goated. This is like a really small, cute German business. They use stickers, and everything's packaged by the artist's mum, which I think is so cute. And they do change with the season, so this is the springtime design. Really cute, I love them. Then I have this collector's card from a game called Nightmare Realm. This is not from Gamescom. Good morning, hi Joe! We're doing some diamond painting, but I'm also showing off like random things from my desk. Just kidding. So this is one, it's 1 p.m. Fair. This is from Nightmare Realm. I played this. This is a pretty good like hidden object finding puzzle type game. Very good. Now we have some more from in Gamescom as well. We have this one, which is from Laburum Creek, I think, the game. Oh, it's a lovely morning at 9 PM here, silly, yeah. And I have this from a Miffy toy I have. A little Miffy art piece, but it's on such thick cardboard that I haven't used it. I want one. I love Miffy. And then this is my one only old ass Pokemon card. I got this at the Pokemon X and Y launch event. So this card is 12 years old. And it's my favorite Pokemon, by the way. Floink. That's the German name for it. But I think it's called, I always forget what it's called in, it's something pink in English. But yeah, it looks like that. And another card from Laburum Creek. These just are like nice art pieces, so that's why I've kept them. And this is another one from Lake Laburum. I don't know, I just liked the art, that's why I picked so many of them up. Then I have this, which was the promo for Endling Extinction is Forever, which we own and haven't played, but we will get to it. And look how cool it is, because it's like reflective. IP, yeah. Then Greetings from Rusty Lake. They had so many cute postcard type design. And this is post from Rusty Lake. Rusty Lake, yeah, I have a card from them. They were there, JKS. I know, yippee! This is a picture of like actual real life pictures of these ones new. And then this one here from Gibbon Beyond the Trees. And then the only thing I have left is, that I can show you, is the Pride Kisses. Lovely horror games. The Pride Kisses packaging from my lip balm that my stepmom got me for my birthday. So that's the things so I want to use them for my to-do list as like little art pieces so they get like used for something if I don't want to have them just lying around. Yeah, that was the yellow shit on my desk tour. Oh, Rusty Lake makes horror games. Oh, fair enough. I just liked the card design. That's why I picked some up when I was at Gamescom 2 years ago. So that's the kind of stuff I'm excited for. I also have magnets. I think I could show you these. Wait, because they're on my PC. I just have to take them off. But they've been stuck on my computer for like 2 years, but because they went really all out on like cool ass merch design for Gamescom. Lore. My ass would spend 100 euros at a place like that. This shit is free, by the way. This is like goodies to take. These don't cost money. Morning, had a beta. Yeah, I know, but 100%, yeah. So I do have magnets, so that they have. So they had this one for Lost Ember. They're like super nice magnets, like really flat. Really lovely. I have them on the PC. I just pulled them off. You normally have that one. Then I have this one from Haven Park. This was like one OMG, I know that game. I also know that game. I want to play this. We played this. This one publishing house had like loads of them. Who also do Smushy Come Home. Well, now it was still called Shumi Come Home then. So I have an OG design with the old name of the main character on it. Because now it's called Smushy Come Home. Copyright. But yeah, I have the OG design, which is so cute. I got 2 of these and I gave my mum one. And then I also have one for this game, which I playtested and I didn't enjoy, called Humankind, but the art is so gorgeous, just look at it. So I still have this on my computer, just for the vibes. So I'm super excited to just go around and get all the goodies and chat to all the people and play cute games and just have a good vibe. And of course find out about any upcoming releases that I'm excited for. And play some games, check out the indie booth. That was my main thing I went to go check out 2 years ago, and it will remain that way. So the indie booth just goes fucking hard. Like, they go crazy. I also bought 2 t-shirts there, but I obviously don't have them on hand right now. I got the Indie Arena booth one, and I got one from Gamescom generally. They always just do really cool art collabs and stuff, so... I got a fidget toy. I can show you that. Wait. Sorry. Boom. Ta-da! It's the Gamescom fidget, like, toy thing. That's pretty cute. Has, like, a controller one, which is the best one. Gamescom logo on it. Yeah. I would hide in the corner and hiss at any people walking by in a place with that many people. That's fair enough. Like, it is a big crowd event, but I always think about the fact that everyone else there's, like, video game nerds, so I find it more, like, exciting. Even when I was younger, I was more, like, socially anxious. The fact that it's all, like, it's a crowd of nerds helps, I think. Even if it's gotten more mainstream, obviously as gaming as a whole has become more mainstream, but I still think it's nerdy enough. How many people usually visit those events? We checked last year, the number was 375,000 with like industry attendees and like regular people. So yeah, it's a big crowd. It is a really large area though, where it's held. Yeah, more people that live in the town that I live in. Also more where I live. So yeah, it's lots of people. But it is a lot of different halls. So if anyone knows Insomnia here, it's like 8 times the size of Insomnia in terms of everything basically. Attendees, but also just sheer space that is dedicated to the convention. So normally Gamescom has like 8 halls minimum, and that's just for public access. It has even more for the industry. So you get like a lot of space there. Get the muzzle out. It is a big event, but it is lovely, very fun, and the indie booth always puts on a great show. So I think I have a pin from Gamescom as well. And I have a TwitchCon pin, which is very cute. I have it on like one of my jean jackets. They're permanently stationed there. Because I don't really tend to rotate pins that often. I just put like ones I enjoy on, and then they just live there. That's their new home, you know? Anyone feel that? The letter E, L, that's X. Okay, we found X. Oh my god, fine. Feel what? Like just putting like something like, even if it's meant to be removable, you just put it on once and then just leave it. Like enamel pins. I have like basically very, very rarely I switch out the enamel pins that are on respective like jackets and stuff. Just because I'm like, this way looks nice, you know, and then I'm like, you know, why would I change it? Even if I have other pins that don't get a spot in the limelight. Okay. Needs to be equal 3 signs. I think the only things we're missing for cat is the equal 3s. Here, and then obviously the percentage sign and a little bit of that black, and then we're done basically. Get the equals first because that's only like a few. So the excitement is definitely really high, and I'm also hyped that I'm going with L. But I don't think we're gonna, because he's also, I believe, bringing his boyfriend. I don't think we're gonna be like glued to the hip, because I know he's like, as an L, is way more like anxious than I am. So I assume we're gonna be like hanging out for like a little bit and probably not do everything together. But honestly, I don't really mind it because then I kind of get to lock in on the things I want to do for the rest of the time. So like the previous time I went with blue and red moderator, which was also really lovely. But I definitely know that I am more, how should I say, Elle will join me in the corner here, some people. Yep, that sounds like him. I'm definitely more like outgoing at this point than some of my friends are. Where I kind of get it's like me with streaming, right? When I'm like, oh, I'm doing a long stream, I'm doing a subathon, I'm just gonna lock in, okay? I just lock in and then I kind of don't mind if it's like a little bit of a stressful environment. If I get to do it the way that I want to, you know what I mean? I say hiss. Baldur's Gate 3 reference. Fair enough. Get this cat done. Cat looks so cute. I'm so happy, it's almost completed. There's a cat that says that if you talk to him. That's cute. Go. Right. The only thing we now need is one equal sign. The cat is called His Majesty. That's excellent. One more equal sign. And definitely our friendly percentage sign. There we go, nice. Giving this kitty some claw definition, or some paw definition, if you will. And tomorrow we're doing Minecraft Hardcore, and we're doing Roblox games, maybe with TobyTobyXE. Who knows? I have to like ask if he has time. And because we were like vaguely talking about it, but didn't lock in a time. And definitely I'm gonna play Dress to Impress by myself because he already said it stresses him out too much. And depending on how it goes, we will play other Roblox games, either with him or by ourselves, doing some tests, and you know, we'll see where we go. Then obviously on the next 3 days after that I'm not streaming because I've got Wednesday work, Thursday Gamescom, and Friday I'm going swimming with my friends in the evening. So we are gonna see each other after that on Saturday for the epic stream. It's scheduled in for 6 hours. So I found out that 11 Gamescom games already have an available demo. Is that an L? Yeah. Right, it's an L shape. Could be a dash as well though, but I don't know. Ooh. Oh, it is an L, so we do need the L letter to finish up. Where are you? Where are you? Here are you. I'm gonna just drop those two L's there because I feel like it fits. And then we're gonna be done for the day. And I'm so sorry, Pepitas. Nipita, you're here, Nubbers. How are you? There you go. And I've been lurking happy, yippee! Look at the cat! We did it! JKS cat is finished. And this is what it looks like. Very cute, and it has obviously. Oh! Why is there one missing? Oh, well. Checking server hosting services and such, happy. That's lovely. Wait, I need to put the L's back and then just add that one final bit that was missing from the cat's forehead, and then we are done for the day. Had a lovely time doing this, and of course we're going to be doing more streams. I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 more streams, and then we've got this done. We've got this locked in. There we go. Yeah, so mega epic long stream on Saturday. Oops, sorry, Saturday for Gamescom review, checking out all the demos. Again, I mentioned 11 are already that I know are going to be there because of the indie booth website. We have locked those in, and anything that gets like unlocked once a Gamescom actually starts, we're going to add in. We're going to go basically play demos until we drop. Just do as much as we possibly can. And then of course on Sunday we're doing YouTubers Live. We're also playing a game called Little Bug, which is another like cute little indie game, about 2 hours estimated playtime. So that's gonna be very epic. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I know that game? Question mark? Maybe. Could be that you know it. I own it on itch.io, I think, so I'd have to double check. But it's like, I think it's a platformer game, maybe? I do? Yay! Yippee! That's epic. Bye-bye. Yay, thanks, that drops have become easier. Cool. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched. If you're new here, hi, drop a follow. Obviously, we mostly do gaming, but we do art on the channel occasionally, such as diamond paintings. If you want to like keep up with those, let me know. By following. And I am gonna, where do you want to go, chatters? Do you want to go to Minecraft? Do you want to go to Dredge? Or do you want to go to other Minecraft? What are we feeling, chatters? Dredge? Alright, I'll send you to Owen's Juice then, who is playing Dredge, it seems. I mean, bro's currently chatting, but you know, says he's playing Dredge. So have a good time over on Owen's stream. He is a PG streamer, so please be PG in his chat. Have a lovely time over there, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST, so about an hour later than today. Bye. Massive